Well, my video about the command module always generates a lot of nasty comments, that's for sure. Telling me I'm brain dead, I'm drunk, when I suggest that being in a little box like that and trying to get in and out of spacesuits and the whole bizzo of such a long journey, it is 8 days straight, 24 hours by 8. And there's been some sort of longer missions too in those same environments. So really, after 2 or 3 days inside the work tent here, because that's the area you've got. This is a 210 cubic feet, and notice how they code it all too. Just so happens to be 210. Well, that, folks, of course, is 21,777. Now, not so much with this tent being that, but NASA. Before the smarties go, look at the size of this thing here, and I'll show you this other one. It's actually one bit bigger, the 250 model. So another coded, even the tents are coded. Look out! But here we go. Look, here it is. See, it's the bigger, more luxurious model. But no, they get the smaller model all the way to the moon. They'd be screaming when they come. We have the 250, just one little bit bigger, please. Fair dinkum. And then you can get the interior of it all here. It looks surprisingly bigger than that thing, doesn't it now? This is big enough for a man to get across here. So, you can see yourself just from the dimensions here. Because you can't see, of course, any way but one way here. But let's face it doesn't look a cone shape exactly either, does it? And certainly you can't access the top of the cone. You're down in the bell, the bottom part of it. Oh, this is the space station galley. Oh, this is something else. This is the guidance computer. The big numbers so you can hit them easily. These rollouts. There, dinkum. It's high tech back in 1969. The pump gauges made by Lucas or Smith. Bosch. It's a bit of a pipe. Fair dinkum. See, look at the big button type things here. What a classic. Well, look at this here. We've got these bench seats here, and we've got this control panel here. Where is that big hole thing? I suppose that's looking upwards, is it? You see, it's not very big at all, as you can see. There's no room to move in the back here. It does look a bit cone-shaped. Certainly, it's even less than 210, isn't it? This here alone is 210, but I mean the dimensions of the thing pull out a figure of 210. Somebody's lying. Well, I don't know what's going on here, but they sort of line flat here, and those seats. Go back to the seats, they've got a bend in them like you're sitting down. Your knees like that. They slide up and down, do they? That might be the idea, you see. It looks a bit canvassy here. Still, nothing adding up in any of this stuff, of course. And, I'm just doing this for amusement because I can tell you rockets don't work. Go and watch all my videos on rockets and you'll clearly see, unless you're a fool. And we've also found how they're all balloons and lots of other rubbish to do with this stuff anyway that totally discredits the whole idea to start with. You don't even have to go this far. So please go and check that work out. Oh, here they are inside something here. Oh, we're having dinner now. This is where we go and play checkers. They rearrange everything. Oh, it's all very German ergo-friendly design. Some sort of combi of the 70s that had little things that slid in and out that, used to amaze us then, eh? Look at this here. Where did the other seats go? And certainly it's pretty cosy in this little scene. But they still give you, that's still bigger to me than that tent. And don't forget, this is the big one. This is the deluxe model. Oh shit, what's going on here? I can't move this over so you can get the whole thing. Here you go. That's the deluxe model. We're talking the smaller one. And they've got to go all that way in there. I just don't know how they get in and out of the spacesuits in that environment. So they've only got the sort of half suit on. Not even, you know. They get out of this one, they get into another one, all in here. Look, this guy's got no room at all. They slide this, you know, all folds up too, I suppose, and they've got this much of a box. And they've got to pee and poo. We've talked about that before. What a laugh it really is. Well, looky here, he's just got into his spacesuit. But I'm wondering where his helmet is and his big backpack thing that they have and his gloves. And look, this looks a totally different arrangement to me. I can't recognise anything here or the shape of this compared to other things we were looking at. Compared to this one, where is he relative to that? I'd like to know. And did he take that suit off? Or that one goes underneath. So it'd be pretty smelly by now. You think you'd at least get a change of clothes. So you've got a poo in them. Oh, fair dinkum. So he's taken one off because that looks like him in there, is it? Oh no, it's somebody else. It's a different mission. But yeah, the spaceship always looks different. And what's this? Panorama view. It's like a little window out there by the look of it. I don't know. See, that doesn't add up there, does it at all? Because we know nothing adds up in here. Oh, look at this one here. He's boxed in here. This is a Japanese guy inside the command module. Well, that'd be more right, you know. At least they'd have a bit more space. 3 little Japanese guys. I mean, but these guys were little anyway. Little Zios. Look at this. They're boxed right in here. So how does that work with that other picture of Armstrong? And hey, look, they take their suits off later. This looks like just before blast off, doesn't it? And yet then they're in brown, you see? Nothing adding up. Nothing ever adds up, of course. Oh, look at this one here. This is the control panel. These will all be the same at least. Will they? Little series here. Now, I don't know, this is a bit different to this one, isn't it? It's supposed to be both the command modules. Maybe this is a simulation on a video game or something by the look of it. So we can't trust that. What's this here? It's inside. It's looking very odd, isn't it? Oh yeah, here's where they lie, look. Oh, it looks as spacious as hell. Now, does this really look like this here again, you know? Let's relate it to this. And don't forget, this is the deluxe model. Fair dinkum. It's a scream, isn't it? Space is a scream. Now, here's the Lunar model, or module, and it's going to take 2 astronauts. And by their books, if I remember correctly, it was smaller than the other one. The interior space. So I'm thinking it was 170 or 180, something around that type of figure. But I thought, oh, it's more luxurious because actually per person you've got a bit more. But this is wanting you to believe it's bigger, really. It looks as big as the deluxe model tent, if not bigger. Don't forget you've got somebody's taking a photo from here, so that gives you the idea as a viewer that, well, there has to be this much space again. And the reality, I've seen one of them lunar modules. They brought one to Sydney when I was a kid, and we could go and sort of, you couldn't climb right on it, but you get up close and they, you know, I think they had, you know, something that you could look a bit inside it. But I thought at the time, gee, that's small. And when you know the figures, it is very small. And then they've got cargo, and don't forget they're in their big cumbersome suits. I think the truth is they can't even fit through the hatches. The actual measurements aren't right there, so there's so much bogus stuff in it all. But as I said, rockets are fake. Go and watch my rocket videos. Well, this is supposed to be in the Smithsonian, and this is looking at the nose. You must sort of go in, and this must be that hole bit, and you can't see the whole thing from the angle. But gee, you know, imagine trying to get through that hole, because that's how they've got to go through that hole to get to the other lunar module, which is this one here. Yes, bodgy as hell. And I can't believe more people can't see it, even down to the different colours of them. Look, this one here is this colour, and then they sort of bronzed. They want to tell you this is when it came through the Earth's atmosphere, I think, and it all got browned over, and they left it like that. That doesn't look like that sort of heat, does it? It's even all over. What a load of rubbish. Well, you can tell from the scale here, can't you, how small a little tin can that'd be, especially with all the things it's got in there, rocket motors and all the water and everything else. They say they've got some sort of way of providing from the back one, but we've done the umbilical cord and it's certainly not much. Didn't seem to have an air thing anyway, from memory. It certainly wasn't enough to keep 3 people alive from the back thing, and what sort of technology to pump things through, and how would you know that'd work? I mean, just so many improbables. But as I said, doesn't matter. Rockets don't work. So I don't care about any comment on here unless they say, yeah, I know rockets don't work nearly at this stage. And what sort of glass, special quality glasses they have on the Lunar module and this one. And you can see it ain't much better, It's not overall, interior-wise anyway, as big as this area. So what a load of rubbish.